when we travel around, if we get a chance to just sort of do an intimate night of songs and stories and things that we have seen God do on the road, we try to take that opportunity. Because the truth is, I don't know what your story is, but I can tell you my story. I was basically like born in a Sunday school classroom. I mean, I think my mom had me on a Friday. I was like in the nursery by Sunday, you know? And I have been there ever since. And that's a good thing for you kiddos in here, that you get to be raised in a church with friends and people that love you, that teach you the Bible, that tell you God loves you. That's an amazing gift that you get that a lot of kids don't get. It was a huge privilege, but I think somewhere along the way, for those of us in here who are adults, we just kind of get jaded, you know? We hear the stories so many times, and we walk in and out of the doors so many times, that at least for me, I found these moments in my life where I just become so apathetic about my faith, you know, and I have these moments where I think, what am I even doing here? Do I believe in God? Do I believe this is real? Sometimes I lose my eyes and my ears, the way that Jesus talks about in the Bible, the eyes to see Him and the ears to hear Him. And so I think it's so important for us as a church, as believers, as people who say, I'm a son or daughter of Jesus Christ, to gather when we can and to share the stories of God. And that's what this night is all about. It's just going to be stories, and I have tons of them because I basically live out of airplanes and Holiday Inn Expresses. I have a 2-year-old daughter. She's here tonight, and Tori is playing with her somewhere, one of the girls, Sagemont daughter. But my favorite moment from the fall tour, we lived on a bus in the fall for 4 months. My little girl lived in the back, and I bungee corded her pack and play to the side of my bunk bed. And tour buses are miserable to live off of. You can't go number 2 on a tour bus, okay? Just so you know, don't get on there and try it. It's disgusting. You have itty-bitty living space. It's a little tiny bunk bed, and you fill every bump on the road. You share one tiny little sink that is, it's a very tiny sink, and you share it, you know, in our case with 13 people, and I don't like dirtiness, so I would be like, I would rather not brush my teeth this week than have to go in that bathroom with those guys, go to the restroom in the middle of the night. Enough said. And I can't walk in that thing. Like, I can't. Okay, breathe in. It's disgusting. That's what road life is like, and so that's what we do. Last year we did 230 shows, and my daughter, who just turned 2 in April, did 175 airplane rides in the last 2 years of her life. And it might sound bizarre to you, it is. It is a crazy little journey that we lead, but along the way, we get to see God work in people's hearts and their lives in some of the coolest ways. And so tonight, I hope to encourage you with those stories. I hope to just share some of them, make you laugh, make you smile. I was starting a story earlier, my favorite moment in the fall tour. We get to the Holiday Inn Express in downtown Nashville, and after trying to park the bus for a long time and everybody's a bit frazzled, we go inside and we go to our room and open up the door, and we're all in the hallway trying to get our bags separated, and my little girl Annie says, "Home!" And all the guys started dying of laughing, and I lost it. I was like, she thinks Holiday Inn Express is I am the most ghetto, fabulous mother to ever walk the face of the earth. I mean, I just immediately started sobbing, like tears running down my face, and the guys are laughing. I'm like, this is not funny. This is, your baby girl is never supposed to think Holiday Inn's her house. It was one of those moments, one of many where I have thought, and maybe you have found yourself in that place, and whatever God has called you to do in your life, whatever He's given you a passion for, He's given you a gifting at, stepping back sometimes and saying, what in the world are we doing with our lives? It was one of those moments. We've had a lot of those, but God is faithful. And over again, the moment I have that mom breakdown, the moment I have that moment of like, I can't go on, I can't do this, I feel like God's just, He's there, and He answers, this is why you go on. This is why you keep doing this.